Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, the Soarers family. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another Friday Mommy Moment with me. If it's your first time here, please know that you do not have to be a mommy to enjoy this moment. All you need is a moment. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're notified whenever we upload a video. Now let's get into the Friday shout outs. Alright you guys, the first shout out is going to the L family. Thank you so much for always showing genuine love to us. We appreciate you and we enjoy your content. I'm going to drop their name right here below. Tell them that the Soarers said hello. Next we have the smaller half. I totally enjoy watching you guys content. You are awesome subscribers of ours, always leaving genuine comments, always coming through. We appreciate you. So you also get a shout out today. You guys can find their name right here. And the last shout out is going to Virgo Queen T. Congratulations on hitting 1K. I'm so proud of you. Your lives are always amazing. She does mukbangs, she does topics, and she do them from car bangs. She does it all. You guys go and say hello. Tell her the Soarers said, hey girl. Now, since we got all the shout outs out the way, let's get into this Friday Mommy moment that I am kind of nervous to share with you guys, but it needs to be said. So let's get right into it, you guys. Ooh, wait a minute. You already know what I'm gonna say. I got my coffee. You go grab your beverage and whatever it is that you need to come and kick it with me, because we are jumping right into this video. So as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be opening up about anxiety. And when I say open it up, I'm saying for people who don't see me face to face, people who I've never sat down and talked with personally, that don't know anything about me, but maybe going through something similar like me. I really wanted to discuss this and touch bases because nowadays you just never know. And I don't know, maybe me opening up can help somebody else have the courage to open it up, even though I don't hide it at all. I don't know the statistics. I don't know all the correct medical terms. Only thing that I can do is share my experience with you. I have had anxiety or struggled with anxiety since I was 12 years old. I think that's when I realized what was going on with me. Like something wasn't right. Like something kind of isn't all together. Some people might not even know they have anxiety, and some people might know they have it and they don't want to talk about it because they'll be like they'll feel like they're the crazy person in the room. And I've also had that aspect of it and felt that as well. Having anxiety can make you feel lonely. It can make you feel depressed. It can make you feel a lot of things, not secure. I would say that I struggled with anxiety the most when I wasn't walking with God. So for those who are new to the channel, I did not start a relationship with God. I mean like a real relationship with God until I was 23 years old. Yeah, 23. I think 22, 23. Struggling with anxiety before that was super duper hard. I've never taken anything for my anxiety. It has been offered to me by medical people. I've never taken anything. I know people who do. I don't. Struggling with anxiety can ruin your life. I've seen it ruin people's lives. I'm thankful that I have outlet. When I started walking with God, I started seeking counseling. I was going to counseling with a guy named Dr. Hickey. Dr. James Hickey, rest in peace, he since has passed away. It's not funny, but he told me, like, you know, what makes you anxious? What gets your anxiety up? And I got bit by a dog when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And not only am I afraid of dogs, I am allergic to dogs and cats. So I told him whenever I'm walking down the street, like, it don't matter what time of day when I'm walking, I'm always thinking, like, I'm looking over my shoulder because I'm thinking a dog is going to come out and bite me. Like, I'm always, like, if you was to tell me to walk to the grocery store right now, I'm going to be looking over my shoulder. Not for a danger or a person to abduct me or anything like that, but because I'm always thinking that a dog is going to come behind me and bite me. You know, bite me right in my leg. He asked me a question. So at the time I was 23. And I got bit when I was around 6 or 7. And he said, you've been looking over your shoulder that whole time? I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, how many times have the dog actually came and bit you? I'm like, what? He's like, no, serious question. He's like, how many times have the dog actually came and bit you? I was like, never. You know, this is me. I'm like, never. He was like, so you put yourself through that all the time for all these years, looking over your shoulders whenever you're walking somewhere alone, because you think that a dog is going to come and bite you, and it gets you all excited, and it gets your anxiety going because you think that the dog is going to come bite you. And since you were 7 years old, the dog has never came and bit you. And I never really thought about it like that. And there's a lot of things that if I allow it to, will cause my anxiety just to get revved up in fear and think that something is just coming after me and nothing's coming. Whenever somebody asks me about it and I tell them, and I'm explaining the symptoms to them, like, you know, sometimes, you know, you get really dizzy, dry mouth, your heart is racing. It literally feels like somebody is squeezing your heart. Like when you go into these panic attacks, that stems from the anxiety. You feel like you just need to escape. You know, you're sweating. Like all these things happen. And they're like, well, what do you do? And before walking with God, I would freak out. Like I'm trying to run out. I'm running. Like I need to get out of here. I need to go somewhere quick. But I was taught to pray. A guy named Elder St. Louis, you know, from the Tabernacle Church as well, he told me to take my hand and place it over my heart and say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Pray. Tell Jesus to take it away. You'd be surprised how many times that has gotten me through. People always want to know, like, I love music, but I never go to concerts. I don't feel comfortable in concerts. I don't feel comfortable around a group, a huge, large group of people. Like, I have to see the exit. I need to know where it is. And this is before all the terrorist attacks and all the things that be taking place in the world. Like, no. Like, I need to be able to see where I'm going, even if I want to go to a basketball game, I needed to see, you know, where the exits are. And that's hard to live your life like that. It's really hard to live being anxious all the time and having panic attacks and anxiety. And it's not talked about enough. You know, you might go in a room right now and somebody like, hey, how many people have anxiety? And nobody raises their hand, but half the room experience it or have it. It's hard to talk about, but I want to talk about it because, no, by all means, my anxiety is not how it was before, but I still have anxiety. I still get anxious sometimes, you know. If I allow it, like now I'm at the point where I can feel when a panic attack is about to, like I know my trigger points. I can feel when a panic attack is about to take place. Before, I didn't know what was going on with me. Like I would have basketball games, show up to the game, and I'm ready, and I pass out. Like, well, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, it's just my adrenaline rushing. Like, I'm just so excited, like, you know. But my nerves would just be like so bad that I would pass out. I haven't passed out in a long time. Like, thank God. Like, it's been decades. Like, seriously. All this to say is people struggle with anxiety all the time, and I want to let you know that you're not alone. If you have not reached out and asked for help or told somebody that you have it, you maybe you should. And I'm not saying go to the doctor and they prescribe you something and they like, I know people who have been on meds or who are on meds, and I feel like sometimes it don't really help the person. It just dopes the person up. Some things are like that. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't want to not feel, you know. And sometimes the sedative, I think that's the word, is so strong that it just makes the person just numb. Like years ago, I was at work and I had slipped into a panic attack and I couldn't get out of the panic attack, and nobody at work, they're like, it's just, what's wrong with you? You know, like, what's wrong with you? I was dizzy and my mouth was just like, they had to rush me to the hospital. And my boss came with me and she sat with me. And the first thing, when I got there, the first thing they want to do, they want to like sedate me. And I'm like, nah, don't give me nothing. I'm like, just have my husband come here. Don't give me anything. You know, and they're like, oh no, you know, this is going to calm me down. I'm like, ma'am, do not give me nothing. I don't want anything. I just never felt, ever felt comfortable taking medicine. Do I still have moments? Yeah, but they're nothing like, oh my goodness, they're nothing like they were before. Like, you gotta understand, like, I could wake up out my sleep and, you know, I tell my husband, like, babe, I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. You know, I feel like my anxiety's acting up, and we pray and it goes away. It's like, if I'm honest with myself and I think about it, like, everything that I always think is gonna happen to me never ever happens. I'm just worrying. And in life, there's going to be things that you have to worry about anyway without the anxiety of things that doesn't even exist yet, you know? And there's so many scriptures that I do take to heart, and I'll probably drop it down below because I don't know every scripture by heart. I am not one of those people. Nothing's wrong with those kind of people, but I'm not one of those people that know every single scripture and knows where to tell you where to go. 1 John, and no, that's not me. Sorry, my brain don't work like that. But it's a scripture that say, you know, if God takes care of the birds and they don't worry about tomorrow, then neither should you. So if he's worried about all these other details and the birds don't worry about how they're going to eat and things like that, you shouldn't worry about tomorrow. There's nothing you can do about tomorrow. Let it take care of itself. God got it. He's already been there and done it. He created it. So don't worry about it. But it's easier said than done. So that's why I have to be intentional with my devotionals, my nightly reading, and my scriptures, and my praying, and where I'm at. And when you come to this channel, and when you're here, especially when we do mommy moments, please do not look at me as somebody who had it all together, because I don't. And I try to make myself relate and let people know to invite you in, so you don't ever have to feel alone like you're the only one. For so long, I never talked about my anxiety because I feel like, man, nobody will ever understand. Nobody don't know. They're probably just going to make me want to take medicine and all these other things. They're going to think I'm crazy. They already think I'm crazy. Because I am. It's like, some days the anxiety will win. And you will feel like you need to escape, and your heart starts running, and it'll do the whole full-blown anxiety attack. Okay. You do better the next time. And some people might not be struggling with anxiety. You might be struggling with something else. You might be struggling with something else. Let me tell you something. God made us the head, not the tail, for a reason. Because we are strong in him. Call on his name and let him help you. You cannot fight everything on this earth alone. Trust me, this life that we live is not meant to be alone. It's not meant to be done alone. Don't fight it alone. We're all dealing with something. You are not an X factor, okay? You don't have that big X written on you because of something that you're dealing with. You come as you are. You speak out. And if people are against it, so what? Like, okay, I deal with anxiety from time to time. Okay, so I'm still me. But I really wanted to come to you guys today to talk about anxiety, because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. I feel like it's looked down, or people are shying away from it. But it's real. These kids going to school, these parents raising these kids on their own, these marriages, churches, workplaces, wherever it is, anxiety is there. It is real. It's real. Pinch yourself. You feel that? It's that real. But I want to let you guys know that you're not alone. So if you related to this message today that I had specifically for you guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know. There's no shame here. And if I do catch somebody trolling and shaming, they're getting blocked. This is a family channel. We try to be cordial as much as possible, but we are not afraid to unfriend, unsubscribe, and block. And that's for all our social media. We don't tolerate foolishness. Okay? Thought I would just throw that in there. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us today. If there's anything that you would like me to cover, please drop it down below and I will get right to it. Somebody did send in a question and I have answered it. I have recorded it. I just need to edit it and put it out to you. It's going to be titled Advice for a Soarer. So be on the lookout for that. Sorry it took so long for that video to get done. I apologize. Please, I apologize. Sorry. Until next time, great people. Stay blessed, stay true, and continue to be you, because the world needs more people like you. And if you're not feeling needed, you are needed. Peace out.